Wednesday night, doing our thing. There's 3 of us here this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm excited. Ignacio Rojas, how have you been?
I've been great. Is this the podcast proper or is it like
We're jumping right in. This is the podcast
Oh yeah,
proper.
this is Kyle, I'm doing great, especially since I have my little buddy over here.
Little buddy.
Oh!
It's a Gundam. It's
But
a
you know
Gundam.
which Gundam it is.
I don't know which one that is.
You got the butt check there.
Nice
I
butt
think
on that Gundam.
Supposedly this one turns into like, I don't know, a plane, a flying object.
Oh, cool.
It is pretty hard to get it there. I think it's the Zeta Gundam.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I have the box somewhere on there.
That's cool. That's fun. Is that
Yeah.
your the first one that you've made, or like the first like model that you've made?
The first Gundam. Before that one, I made a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Goku, I don't remember. I showed it once in one of the podcasts. But lately, I have been doing quite a bit of building Gunpla. Not Gundams. I have been mainly doing Digimon.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because
interesting.
there are all these Gundams. I know nothing about them. I barely know the first one. So
Sure.
I thought that I know Digimon, so I'm gonna do all these different Digimon. So I've done like 4 Digimon, I believe, and then I did the Batmobile from the Nolan movies.
Ooh.
Cool. Melissa, if you had to build a model, if you had to get into like building models of something, what would it be of? What kind of models would you build?
I know the Star Trek phase of my life is imminent. It could be as soon as next year. There's a lot of things I want to do in my life before I start watching Star Trek. Very seriously watching Star
you
Trek,
on
because I
that,
have
yeah.
a feeling I'll start and never stop. Like there will be a turning point, a 90-degree sharp angle in my life. And at that point, I wonder if I'll also be building Starfleet ships.
Right. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Whatnauts Captain's Log number 238, I believe, where every week we thirst for the taste of legend. My name is Kyle Springer. I'm joined by Ignacio Rojas, as well as Melissa Wilkinson.
It's true.
Let's
Hello,
see.
folks.
My week. How was my week though? Yesterday I got to watch the Monaco Grand Prix in Formula One. That was really, really cool. If you guys have seen Iron Man 2, I believe that's
Yes.
the one that he goes to in that. It's my first year keeping up with Formula One, so I'm a new fan, and I actually really enjoyed the race that happened this past weekend. It was a lot of fun. Monaco can either be, from what I understand, Monaco can either be very, very boring because it's a street circuit where the streets are very narrow and it's hard to pass. But if it rains, then all hell breaks loose. It's chaos. The cars are sliding and crashing into everything, and it's just like, as someone watching it, it's just like, man, this is entertaining as hell. So good stuff. We had that, and then Spider-Man is this week. I'm excited for Spider-Man.
Yes. I got my Spider-Man tickets.
I do too. Ignacio, you can go see Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I have mine for Thursday.
Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Man, we got some video games to talk about this week. We got some predictions to make. We have to catch up with Ignacio a little bit more too, because Ignacio, you're rarely here on the Captain's Log. But it's always nice to have you on. Always nice.
Kyle, it's nice of you to ask me about how I'm doing, but I'm gonna need you to stall for a minute or two because I'm writing a tweet.
That's okay. No one cares about you anyways.
I'm passing the ball back to you.
Good stuff. All right, so video games. Melissa, I know you're not
Yes.
a huge video game player. What is the last game that you played?
It's the same answer. Once, friend of the show Sam gave me their hand-me-down DS when they upgraded to whatever the new DS was, and I played one Professor Layton game. This was about 10 years ago.
Okay. Good stuff. That's good stuff, though. Ignacio, it's been a while since you and I have gotten to talk video games, especially on a podcast. We had crossplay here at the Whatnauts. Unfortunately, that ran its course. So how are you? What's up with your life? What have you been playing? What's going on?
Oh man, Cal, thank you for asking me how I'm doing. That's been good. It's been pretty much the same as the last time that we all talked. I'm doing my master's degree. I'm with that. So in order to get my master's, I have to write a thesis about a thing that I'm researching, and so the only thing that's dictating how or when I'm gonna finish my master's is when I manage to finish my investigation. And right now, it's going. Some results are coming out. It was moving slowly, but moving at least. So that's good. Hopefully, I'll get it within the next year. Hopefully.
Good.
That's what I was just about to ask. If you had like a goal in mind of like next summer, or
it's not much like a goal. It's more like a cutoff point. A year. So I have to get it out at any point within that year. But as far as what I've been playing, I'm of course playing Breath of the Wild. Not Breath of the Wild. Damn it, I always say Breath of the Wild. It's gonna take some time to get used to it. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
Which is so good. Such a great game. Even though it is technically the same map as before, it is so much more than that. Even though I replayed Breath of the Wild before starting Tears of the Kingdom, it still feels like this fresh new experience that I have to go out and see what's been going on, what are the changes, what happened to the people, and all that stuff. And the story is, I think, even more intriguing this time around compared to the last one. So that's pretty much what I've been playing since the game came out, and probably will be playing until Final Fantasy 16 comes out, since I'm taking my sweet time with the game. I've only done one of the 4 quote-unquote beasts, quote-unquote dungeons.
Okay. So how many hours have you...
Oh my god. I don't know. It has to be more than 10 by now. Probably getting close to that 20 mark. I'm not sure. Okay. I've been playing quite a bit.
Gotcha. You and me both been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. I am a lot. I put in a lot more than you have. I'm at like 70 hours, maybe 80 hours. Yeah.
I don't have 80 hours in my life to do anything.
See, I know Kyle's way. He might or might not play while working.
I'm totally working. Okay, there's no evidence that I'm not working. But yeah, I'm like 70 hours in. I've done the 4 temples. I've done all the dragon tear things, all those those glyphs. Yeah, man, there is so much in this game.
Man,
it is
and they
wild.
added an underground that it is as big as the overworld, and then there's the sky area.
Yeah.
Man,
Like
they add so much into the game.
Like that was the discussion, is that people were like, it's gonna be the same map, so it's gonna be the same, and it's just like it blew that first one out of the water. So I am enjoying that, but yeah, I'm taking my time, but also trying to be like, all right, Final Fantasy 16 to end of this month. I want some breathing room between them. Like, let me see if I can kind of beat this. So.
I mean, you can beat it at any point right now.
Oh, yes. Yeah. They were like, okay, you can go do the final mission thing. And I was like, but I need some other things. Yeah.
What if I go that place over there?
Yeah, I need more Korok seeds, and I need the Master Sword, and I need this, and I need that. And how does everyone keep finding these costumes that I don't have? And like all of this, like, I feel like I've explored so much, and I'm constantly seeing things of like, how do you even find that? Like,
Yep.
What's the wackiest outfit you can put Link in? Like a powder blue ruffle tuxedo?
There is a fashionista, an NPC that is super into fashion. And there's a quest line, you help them with their store and stuff like that. And she ends up giving you this fashionable hat. And it is like the churchiest of church Sunday hats. It is big.
Wow.
It is boisterous. It's flowery. It's and it's just like, this is useless, but it's dumb, and I love it.
Man, I've been mostly using the costume set that allows you to better control the dives when you're diving in the sky.
I don't think I found that one.
Oh, that one's pretty easy. There are these 3 trials in the sky area that it is you diving straight down, going through some rings. It is pretty easy. But I've been using that one mainly. And it is so funny when you talk to other people, you get certain reactions, and when you cut to Link's face, it is just this weird mask. Like a bird mask with these big eyes and a beak. It's so fun.
They have some dumb stuff in that game. It's great. It is great. Oh, man. Yeah, we got some predictions to get to here. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So this is... I say tradition, but I don't really know if I can call it that yet. It's something we've tried multiple times.
Did we do it last year?
I think this is the third time we've done this. At least second.
Yeah, this is, I believe, the third time. So, Melissa, you and I did this at least once when it was just you and me.
Okay.
I don't remember if we did it a second time when it was just you and me. But then we did it one year with crossplay. And I think the year after that, we didn't do it. We just kind of did our own thing on crossplay. So I think that was last year. We didn't do it last year, I don't think.
I feel like I've done one where... Or maybe we did it like that for crossplay, but I believe I did one where Melissa was the magic 8 ball.
Yes, yeah, we definitely did one where she came on crossplay, and
yeah, we did that one. But was it the same thing as we asked her questions and she was a magic 8 ball?
Yes, which is what we are about to do here. Melissa so graciously has agreed for us to use her incredible skills. Her skills of being a magic 8 ball. I don't think I got any predictions correct. You put this on me as a bystander who knows the names of many AAA video games, knows enough to know the term AAA, but it's very limited knowledge. You were just throwing things at me. Like, when is this sequel out? Do you think we're going to get a trailer for this? What about the DLC for this? And I'm like, yes, no. In November? Seems likely. Absolutely. And this is kind of why I am so grateful to you for doing this, because you could absolutely be like, look, Kyle, I know nothing about video games. Why do you make me do this every year? I'd be like, you know what? That's fair. But every year you're like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Content's content. Although I will say this year, I do have a literal Magic 8 Ball.
Oh, wow.
We can rely on this. It's got to have the same success rate that I do. Even though it can't give you answers as specific as which quarter of the year you're getting a game in.
Or sure, I propose we do a little experiment. Pit Melissa against the Magic 8 Ball. See which one is more right.
Now you're thinking like a scientist.
Now you're thinking like a content creator.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm good with that. If you're okay with that, Melissa.
Okay. Yeah. What else do we have this for?
What does the Magic 8 Ball say?
Oh, it's so dark in here. It says concentrate and ask again. I wish this thing also glowed in the dark. It's murky in these depths.
Murky depths. You may have to you have like a light on your cell phone or something. You can like shine on it. Right.
I'll crack open a glow stick.
Yeah. So here's the rule. Here's what we're doing. It's very simple. Okay. Ignacio and myself, we each have, I think I said between 7 and 10 predictions. They are yes or no questions, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Ish. Yeah, we will ask you these, and Melissa, you can make your prediction, and then we will get the prediction of the Magic 8 Ball itself. And I think Ignacio, you're right in these. So we have these written down on a sheet, and someone is making a table in this.
Someone is.
Cal, we have to take this seriously. Trust me, I've done a lot of experiments out in the lab.
I agree.
I know what I'm doing.
You are a master, even though you haven't earned the degree yet. You're a master in my heart.
I'm getting there. I'm almost a master. This is my master journey.
Indeed. And I know in years past we've made these predictions, and I haven't really followed up with them, but I definitely do want to follow up with them in a month or so after all of the
okay.
Yeah, the question is when's the cutoff?
Up there. So I'm basically gonna say at the once June is over, so sometime early July, I think I will check back in.
How about this? I was gonna propose right when Gamescom ends, but I don't know if we have. I
feel like Gamescom is too far out because that's in August.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's in.
Yeah, I mean, August. You said July. You had a month.
Well, so I'm really only thinking about the showcases and stuff that's happening like in the next couple weeks here in June, like all of that stuff. So sometime early July is when I was thinking I would check back in.
Look, I'm saying is that you are limiting Melissa's probabilities here. So if you want to do that, it's your show.
We'll see. We'll eventually check back in. We don't know exactly when yet, but we'll get there. Cool. So let me at least give everyone a little taste of what the schedule is like for Summer Game Fest. I'm not going to mention every single one of these, but there is quite a bit. Game Informer has a pretty inclusive, a pretty comprehensive schedule of all of the stuff that is happening. But starting June 1st, we have the MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. June 6th, we have the Guerrilla Collective. June 8th is Summer Game Fest proper. We got the Day of the Devs, I believe, on that same day. as well as the Devolver Direct, which will probably be my favorite of the bunch because I love what they do. They are unhinged.
Yeah.
We got. Let's see. We got the Wholesome Direct. This one is actually surprisingly one of my favorite directs to watch because they have some good games and they're all just wholesome. So good.
I think we've only gotten one so far. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Wholesome directs?
Yeah.
We've gotten them for the past like 2 years at least.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah,
we got the Future Game Show. We got the
I'll be
OTK
honest,
Games Expo.
all of these showcases are ones that I just go on IG and see what they announced.
Yeah. When is the Xbox one? Isn't that like June 8th
Like
or 9th?
June 12th? Eh?
So they have the okay, I see what they're showing. Sunday, June 11th is the Xbox Game Showcase, and then the Starfield Direct is immediately following that.
Yeah, I don't know. Xbox wanted to separate those.
Yeah, they wanted to do a special thing for Starfield. Then we got the PC Gaming Show. I believe that is also on June 11th. And then the Final Fantasy 16 pre-launch celebration. Also then the Ubisoft Forward on the 12th. The Xbox Extended Showcase on the 13th. And then the RGG Summit on the 16th.
Wait,
And then
so,
like Ignacio mentioned earlier, Gamescom is in August.
so we're getting Microsoft on a Sunday, and then Ubisoft on a... Cow?
Oh God. Let me look at this thing. I'm scrolling.
Okay.
Ubisoft Forward June 12th, whenever that is. So that would be a Monday, I think.
Okay, so a nice thing here is that that's even though E3 is dead, that was pretty much how they would have gone in years past for E3.
Yeah.
Xbox usually went on the Sunday of E3, and then Ubisoft, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday. So that's neat.
Cool. So yeah, that's a
That's
little
moving.
bit of the schedule for you guys who might be interested out there. Let me pull up. Let's see. I have our predictions here. So I think Ignacio, you should start things off here.
Okay. So are we alternating? Or am I going all mine?
Let's
all
alternate.
yours, or
How about
Okay.
that?
I can go for that. Okay, Melissa, you ready?
Okay.
Remember what's at stake. You are competing against the 8-ball.
Me versus who
is more
makes this thing?
magical?
Mattel?
Melissa or
Yeah, this is a
8-ball?
Mattel product.
Okay, so
Melissa
question number
versus
one.
Mattel.
Question number one. Will Xbox, Xbox, Microsoft, will Xbox have a better showing than what PlayStation just had?
Better isn't a term that I know how to quantify. Hold on. It says
Still yes or no?
concentrate and ask again. So I'll take that
God.
to be an inconclusive unless you truly want me to keep shaking this thing.
We need an answer.
So Microsoft better than PlayStation is the question.
Yeah.
We can
The showcase.
keep the inconclusives and
No, because
Stuff like
Melissa
that.
can't. It's not gonna give an inconclusive answer.
I keep getting edges and points. I can't get like a flat side on this thing. It's off balance. I don't think I got a
Still pretty
good
good.
one.
Melissa, give us your
Microsoft
answer.
Xbox better than PlayStation?
Yeah, when we go
Kyle's got-
online, when we see the discourse, will they say, "Hey, Xbox had a better showing than PlayStation"? As a bit of context, Sony just had their own presentation, and people are quite underwhelmed.
Okay. Well, such things have happened before. that you think going into like a Comic-Con or whatever, it's like, I don't think Marvel's got very much. And then it's like, boom, here's phase 6. You're looking for this? So I'm going to side with my friend Kyle's PlayStation shirt he wears a lot.
Okay.
I've got I just see PlayStation often. I'll say yes. I say no. No, Microsoft won't be PlayStation.
Okay, so it won't be better, yeah. Okay.
PlayStation wins. Yeah.
The ball isn't saying anything.
Oh my god. It's all falling apart.
I'm serious. Like, I can't look. You can just see yourself reflected in the screen in the viewfinder. I'm not getting anything.
To be inconclusive.
I don't think this is going to work. Like, I can't consistently get it to give me any message. I'm just getting like, here's a corner. Like, a corner's not an answer.
Oh well. We can continue with Melissa only if that's what we need to do here.
Oh, it says don't count on it.
Okay, so no.
It's the same answer I gave.
That works. Works.
Okay.
Question number 2. I listed out a bunch of the showcases, but I didn't mention something from Nintendo. Will Nintendo announce a direct taking place in June?
June. Can I learn when was the last Nintendo Direct? How often do they do them?
Every so often, periodically.
Yeah, you say that, but if there's something Nintendo is that's not consistent, they aren't very consistent.
Nintendo Direct.
So yeah, you think that every June they have one, and then you say that, but then the next June they won't have one.
According to NintendoWire.com, it has been 81 days since the last general Nintendo Direct, February 8th, 2023. So, also, Melissa, to give you a little bit of context, they typically do something for Summer Game Fest. They haven't announced their thing yet. And what I mean by Summer Game Fest is just like around this time.
Yeah, I mean, they do it until they don't do it. Like, remember, everyone thought
they
that
could be like, it's
they
coming
always
in August. It'll be in July.
Remember how everyone was, Nintendo does a Direct every February. They will have one this February, and they just didn't.
I mean, they had one on February 8th. That was the last one, so.
No, they are consistent until they are not.
The ball said don't count on it. They just released this big new Zelda where you can get a hat. So I don't know how much more news they've got in the chamber.
Sure.
Pikmin
but
4,
I will say
July 21st.
yes.
But we're talking about general Directs. Big Directs.
I'm saying yes. They're gonna have something to say. When they know all their peers are speaking up. Sure. Nintendo's got to say something. They're so busy over there.
Sounds good to me. Ignacio, your turn.
Speaking of Nintendo, funny enough, so in this Nintendo Direct that Melissa, you're predicting, is Mario gonna show up in a new game? Is there gonna be a new Mario game?
I thought you meant in person, like a guy in a Mario mascot suit. And I'm like, yes, absolutely.
They once did a whole presentation as Muppets. So you never know in Nintendo.
Was the last Mario game the one where he loses his hat and he has to go to New York City?
New Donk City, yep.
Yes,
okay.
Technically, yes.
Okay, then I'd say it's the year of Mario. He was in our motion picture theaters. He is in Universal Studios, California. So I say yes. Put him back in a Switch now, too. And the ball says... yes. Ball also says yes.
Wow. Even though the ball said that we wouldn't get a Direct this year. I'm still going to get a new game.
we're gonna be eating good with Pikmin and Mario and who knows. Okay. In the Ubisoft Forward on June 12th, will we see gameplay from Assassin's Creed Mirage? We recently just got kind of a cinematic trailer, but we haven't seen
a little bit of
actual
gameplay, but mostly cinematic.
Yeah. I'll say with a name like that, they want to have some bit where like, we're going to prove to you it isn't a mirage. Look, it's right here in front of you. Somebody's going to come out with a controller and play it. They're going to make those knives come out of their sleeves. So I say yes, and the ball says, oh, it says concentrate and ask again. That is a mirage. Now it says don't count on it. Me and the ball have disagreed.
Interesting. We're just getting
I'm
a trailer.
gonna say it is a sure bet that Assassin's Creed Mirage will get a gameplay showcase.
I hope so. Yeah.
It's almost guaranteed. Ubisoft always does that. They always show on their E3 presentation. They always have the that year's Assassin's Creed, and they show the gameplay.
I could also see them yelling like, "Here's a new trailer," and coming up on at the end of July, we'll have another Ubisoft Forward focusing on Assassin's Creed Mirage and the other one they have that's like the whole hub thing, Assassin's Creed Infinity. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. But what else do they have to show, Kyle? What, Skull and Bones for the 11th time?
Ignacio, I'm hoping for something. Will you allow me to do my next
Sure,
question?
go for it.
Okay. I have to ask this one myself here because I'm a huge Splinter Cell fan. It's one of my favorite franchises. Will Ubisoft reveal any new info on a new Splinter Cell game? Please.
When was the last Splinter Cell game?
Don't ask that.
2013, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been 10 years.
It's been so long.
I think everything that's old is new again. We're returning to we're getting a new Indiana Jones. I feel like if we can do that, we can have a new Splinter Cell game.
Yes, Melissa, I knew I liked you. You're great.
5 years in, confirmation. I say yes, and the ball also says yes.
Wow.
Eating good. I am winning E3 this year, even though it's dead. I'm winning.
Are we counting the remake that got announced? I say no, because that was already announced.
But we don't really have much information besides the fact that it was announced.
Yeah, well, your question is, will a new Splinter Cell game get announced?
Technically, new info on a new Splinter Cell game. So,
you're right.
It depends on how you want to define that second new.
I'll give it to you. The remake is a new one.
Yeah. What's old is new, as Melissa said.
I think it can go either way. I mean, again, where's Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Ignacio, I'll give you 2. You can get the next 2 since I went twice.
So we've talked a little bit about Final Fantasy here and there. 16 is coming up. 7 Remake Part 2 Rebirth is coming out this winter. And one of the, if not the icons of that game is one guy with a huge ass sword named Sephiroth.
Yes, I know that.
Will Sephiroth show up? Will we see Sephiroth?
Physically? In person?
Is Sephiroth going to show up?
Now, I need you to know that when you say that, I am picturing like Chuck Woody comes out in the high evolutionary costume at last year's Comic-Con to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm picturing when they open a new ride at Disney World, Like, we've opened Tron Legacy, the roller coaster, and here's Mickey in a Tron outfit. I'm picturing like a guy dressed as Sephiroth comes walking out on a stage somewhere, and I always vote yes on a costumed character.
I'm picturing this as an alternative, right? Square Enix, their logo pops up. Kingdom Hearts, their logo pops up, and it's Kingdom Hearts 4, and he shows up in that, and they won't they, for some wild reason, don't show anything about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
Oh, that would be one.
He's just in Pooh Bear's corner.
Sephiroth, voiced by Lance Bass, as he was in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay, so the way I picture the question is that, Melissa, unfortunately, we will not, most probably, we will not get any in-person stuff. So there won't be any stage. No one's going to come up. Ubisoft won't have their traditional Just Dance. So yeah, I'll take it as more gameplay of the next Final Fantasy. Sephiroth is showing up in Kingdom Hearts, where any other place. Maybe they announced a new pin with Sephiroth's face in it.
Sakurai's back! Guess who's coming to Smash? It's Sephiroth!
I'm still going to say yes, because I feel like if I know who Sephiroth is with my limited game knowledge, he must be a big deal and people must want to see him. So I say yes, and the ball also says yes.
Okay, but will he be shirtless?
Sure. No, he's going to be wearing an open vest with no shirt underneath it, Aladdin style.
That's a possibility. I think that's one of his styles.
Yep, it sure is.
Okay, so Sephiroth is going to show up. So going back, if you remember, dear listeners, some minutes ago, I made a question about Xbox and their presentation, and Melissa said that Xbox will not have a good showing. You know, lately. Xbox
I didn't say it was going to be bad. You said, will it be better?
Melissa said it will be trash. The 8-ball
You said better than PlayStation. I'm like, I don't know how to quantify
said,
that.
Sell.
No, I
you
guess.
Microsoft stock, get rid
of it. Invest everything in big costume character mascot head stock.
But one of the biggest wins that Xbox had in the recent years was that they purchased the developer/publisher Bethesda. And Bethesda had this little game called Starfield. So Bethesda made games like
indie game.
The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, Fallout 4, all the Elder Scrolls, all the Fallouts, which are games that are known as these massive, epic games.
Yes.
Skyrim gets released everywhere. Switch, PlayStation, your toaster, you name it. Your refrigerator. I think it was actually playable.
Refrigerators, yeah.
It was also playable on Alexa. Mm-hmm. So it is that big of a deal. So their next game is Starfield. And I gotta ask, Melissa, will, coming out of this period that we predefined, will people come out and say, Starfield looks like an 11 out of 10 game because Xbox needs an 11 out of 10 game because they have been given L after L after L and they just need one win? Will Starfield look like an 11 out of 10 game?
That's very extreme for me to say that it is beyond perfect. If you just asked me, will this have positive scores? I'd say yes. I Googled Starfield because I didn't know this one. It looks cool. This could be a great time for a Starfield. I just picture people getting excited for Oppenheimer and then going, I should watch Interstellar again. And this looks like Interstellar. So I think people will be into that. So I'm going to say I can't commit to 11 out of 10, but I think, sure, this looks good.
The game will not be reviewed by the time that we set here.
So what is the question?
Will it look like an 11 out of 10 game?
Like, are people going to go like, this game looks nuts?
Okay,
Because everyone is saying that Starfield has to be an 11 out of 10 game because of how badly they have been doing lately compared to PlayStation. That's what people have been saying.
Okay. You're just asking me,
like
will the hype be an 11 out of 10? So,
should we believe
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. I mean, I just Googled it and saw 9 pictures, and I think that looks pretty nifty. So I say yes, and the ball also says signs point to yes.
Oh. Now, maybe with the question Kyle has to ask you about Starfield, maybe that will change your answer.
Oh yeah, let me skip to my Starfield question here. So we recently found out that Starfield will be rated M for mature, and when it goes through the process to get rated, they often have to describe some of the things that are in the game of like, hey, here's why it earned that rating. One of the headlines coming out of that was, hey, in Starfield, there's jetpack sex. Will the Starfield showcase show us what they really meant by jetpack sex?
I'm going to say no. They're just going to leave you with that phrase and your imaginations, and you'll have to wait until the actual game comes out. I'm hoping it's like, you know how Sam Raimi's Spider-Man changed the game on adding a new way that you can kiss a person? I think this is going to do that. As iconic as the upside down kiss was, so will be whatever jetpack sex entails. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, and the ball says, oh, what is that one? I don't know which direction is even up with these. It says my sources say no. So me and the ball agree.
Double negative.
The ball has heard from somebody that we're not going to see it.
The Witcher 3 yet. The Witcher 3, another big open world game.
What type of sex will be in this one?
Right. Witcher 3 had unicorn sex. Sex on top of a unicorn. This is going to be very sex on top of a unicorn moment.
Anyways. It's all you, Ignacio. Go for it.
No, this is a very plain one, a simple one, a straightforward one. When and if we see the next Call of Duty, will that Call of Duty be set in the future?
That's a good question.
So some Call of Duties are set in the past, World War I, World War II, Iraq War. No, was there one in Iraq? Vietnam War is the one that I was thinking. But sometimes they do future stuff. So lately they have been doing modern and past events. But will they go back to the future?
I think the future has untapped potential. You can do some sort of a speculative fiction, a satire or something in there, get some social commentary, but also it's not going to hit anyone too close to home. So I think future sounds good. Future sounds safe. And the ball says very doubtful. Oh. Ball doesn't say so. Ball doubts the future. It doesn't say when we're going to, but it doesn't say future.
Okay.
So far, you, Melissa, and the ball have not agreed on 3 answers. Only 3.
Interesting. Well, enough about war and all that good stuff. Let's get things a little bit more wholesome in here. In the Wholesome Direct on June 10th, will the number of cat games that they show be greater than 10?
Has it ever been in the past? Is there a precedent for this?
I've never counted, but yeah, like if you think the art style looks wholesome and cute and cozy and there's fuzzy furry animals or cute little things in it, this is the Direct for you. And they often do have cat related content.
Okay. So how many games may be in a Direct?
It's kind of up to them on the flow. Like, do they want to slow things down and talk a little bit more about the games, then they might
Could
show
easily-
less of them.
could easily
Is it
do
trailer
20.
after trailer after trailer, montage, who knows what. But
Okay.
will the Wholesome Direct have more than 10 cat games?
And it doesn't have to be exclusively cat focused. Like if there's a cat person in Animal Crossing would count as a cat game under your stipulations.
I would actually say no on that. Well, I'm
Okay,
thinking more of like
cat-centric.
the main character of the game is a cat. Yeah, or you are
Okay.
dealing directly with a bunch of cats.
Okay. Then I don't 10 cat focused games, not games that just happen to include a cat. That sounds too high. So I'm going to say no. There will be cats. I just don't think there's going to be that many at that
This is a
magnitude.
dog person.
Okay. The ball said, better not tell you now. Better not tell you meow. More like it. It says it is decidedly so. The ball is pro cat.
Yes. Okay. Magic 8 Ball. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ignacio, next one. All you.
So Melissa, you recently, with my last question, I think previous to, brought up Indiana Jones coming back, and interestingly enough, we got the announcement a couple of years ago that we are going to get an Indiana Jones game coming out. Now, this was announced to be developed by one of the teams from Bethesda, which is now owned by Xbox. And the question on everyone's mind is, will Indiana Jones be an Xbox exclusive? Or will Indiana Jones come out everywhere? And by that, I mean mostly, if it's not an Xbox exclusive, it would only at PlayStation, since chances are it's not coming to Nintendo.
Yeah, or PC.
This is a given, if it is a...
An Xbox sounds like an artifact he would find, whereas a PlayStation does not.
Oh.
So I say yes, Xbox exclusive.
Okay.
And Ball says, like, you can picture that, right? John Rhys Davies comes to him with a scroll of a mysterious Xbox.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's called the Duke. It's huge. The controller is so big.
It belongs in a museum.
And Ball says it is decidedly so.
So both of you said yes. Wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay. So for Summer Game Fest proper, Jeff Keighley hosts it. He does his own showcase. He's always chummy with some of the stars. He's always up there bumping elbows, getting his friends to come on and announce stuff. He happens to be really good friends with Kojima.
Okay.
Creator of Metal Gear Solid.
That's
the creator
one of the few names
Stranding. Yeah.
I do know. I know Kojima.
We know that Death Stranding 2 is the next game that Kojima is working on. Will we get another Death Stranding 2 trailer? We've kind of really only gotten one, maybe a few little like small variations on that one trailer. But will we get like a new trailer, new footage, whatever that may be? New Death Stranding trailer.
So you're saying it may not necessarily be a full trailer, but footage.
Well, I just like, will we get another Death Stranding 2 trailer? That's what I have written down here.
I don't super know the difference between the two.
You wouldn't get footage without a trailer.
I'm not really making a distinction between the two.
Okay. That's what I was curious. Like, I don't know video games. Footage could be, here is a model of a character just spinning 360 degrees. I don't know what footage means. Right. Yeah. This is what Norman Reedus is up to now. He's neuter than ever.
Honestly, wouldn't put it past Kojima. Right?
Sure.
You have invented a new level of nude.
Yep.
I'll say yes.
Okay.
Like,
new
if
Death Stranding 2
if
trailer.
Death Stranding like cracked my radar, it must really be something. Oh, the ball says my reply is no.
Interesting.
Yeah, the ball
interesting.
doesn't think Kojima will give any love to his buddy, Jeff Keighley.
Well, I could also imagine Jeff like awkwardly getting on like a Zoom call with him and be like, "Huh, so Metal Gear Solid Delta, huh?" Right? And Kojima just like straight face just stares, has a late response because of the lag, just like, "Yeah, best of luck to them and the team." And that's all he says. It's just like, "Oh, all right, thank you, Kojima-san, for that." Moving on. All right. Ooh, you have an interesting question here, Ignacio.
Yep. Oh, you have more questions than me. That it confused me how many we have left. So as a little bit of context, Melissa, you know Disney, right? Big corporation, House of the
Disney?
Mouse.
Well, small
Yeah.
mom and pop, right?
Small amount.
Some castles, yes.
They own a couple of IP, Marvel, LucasArts, inside of that Star Wars. So Sony has been getting quite some deals out of Disney. They had their own exclusive Spider-Man games. They had 2 of those. A third one is coming up. They had, for the video game Marvel's Avengers, they had Spider-Man exclusively for PlayStation. They have a Wolverine game coming. And
Ooh.
they've also have a remake of a Star Wars game coming exclusively to PlayStation. So one could say that Disney has a pretty good relationship with PlayStation. But we haven't seen quite that love being sprayed to one Xbox. So my question is, will Disney finally show some exclusive love to Xbox? Be it Marvel, be it Lucas, be it any other.
I already said Indiana Jones. He's a Lucasfilm. Is he under the Disney umbrella?
Technically, yeah.
So, yeah, I already answered yes. Does the ball need to provide a new answer?
Sure.
Okay, Ball says yes too.
Okay.
And
So
I'm telling you,
well-
Indiana Jones on the fabled, mysterious Xbox.
You are correct. We'll count that outside of the one we just mentioned.
Okay.
Will there be like a Disney princess game, or will there be some kind of Marvel game or Star Wars? Who knows?
I love that you went straight to Disney princesses.
My-
One gets
my-
Spider-Man, Wolverine, Star Wars, and Xbox gets
And we get
Disney
Snow White.
princesses.
No, my partner's been really into playing Dreamlight Valley, and we play on Xbox. That's all over the place.
Okay, let me change it up a bit then. Will there be any more love shown by Disney to Xbox other than Indiana Jones?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is an old man, and I feel like he needs companionship, and he should have a friend. So I'll still say yes. And Ball says, as I see it, yes.
Oh my god.
Same
Yeah.
answers. Okay.
Same answers.
Holding your ground.
Okay, so I'm done with my questions. Kyle, it's all yours.
Doke. Yeah, I got the last 2 here. So first up, are Fable or Avowed going to even be mentioned in the Xbox showcase? These are 2 titles that we know have been announced, We've gotten like a teaser for Fable. I don't think we've really seen any kind of teaser or trailer for Avowed, except I think like initially there was some little small thing.
It is the same. It is the same for both. They both got announced with teaser trailers at the same showcase, if I'm not mistaken. But that's all we've seen from those games,
and that was years ago.
Yeah.
So we've kind of been expecting something, but we haven't seen it yet. So will they even be mentioned, or will
all
Xbox
we know is that
continue to ignore them?
You said two words that I have heard as words, but I've never heard as video games.
Fable.
I feel like that
Avowed.
That has been my tactic tonight. Is that a word I've heard of before? Vote yes. If it's big enough that I know it, it's big enough to come up,
Ignacio.
sometime over the summer. These ones I don't know. Nothing personal against them. I feel like I've been on a yes streak, except for saying no, they're not going to show us jetpack sex until the game comes out. So I'm going to say no just for the sake of variety here.
Okay, that's a no.
And the
from
ball
Melissa.
says, come on, ball. Ball also says my answer is no.
Oh my god, that ball just keeps copying your answers.
Double no.
We're close friends.
Double no. What does it mean? Okay, my last question here is about the Devolver Digital Direct. Melissa, if nothing else, I need you to like go back and watch the past like 3 or 4 Devolver Digital showcases. Not to educate yourself on video games or anything like that, but because these are the only showcases that have a storyline. Like, they make a full-on video that has characters, and characters die, and they come back, and they do this, they time travel, they do all of this stuff just to announce their video games. It's awesome. I love it. It is unhinged. It is ridiculous. It's so good. But they always have some really, really interesting games to showcase. Two of which are The Plucky Squire and Skate Story. I am super interested in both of those games, and we've gotten some trailers for both of them. They look fantastic, but we don't have release dates for these two games. And the only thing that we know right now about their release date is 2023. Will we get an actual release date for either of these games?
I'll say yes. This is about the time of year I hope you would put a date on something. At the very least, a month.
Okay.
I've been over here living in a similar space, wondering when we're going to get a release date for that Venture Brothers movie. So I send hope out in the world for that. I send it out to you as well. Let's all get a date going. Boy, howdy, don't I wish I had a date. So I say yes. Ball says, come on, Ball. Ball says, don't count on it.
Ooh, Ball says no. All right, Melissa, final question here. And this is an extension of the one I just asked. Will we get the date for The Plucky Squire, Skate Story, or both?
I'll say both.
Okay.
This can only, like, the ball can't answer. Like, it can only give you a yes or no.
This one's for
Ball,
you.
do you agree with Melissa?
Ball says cannot predict now.
Oh my god.
Ball says, I'm not real. Good stuff. Well, that is our predictions here. I'll run through these once again real quick. Will Xbox have a better showing than PlayStation? Melissa, no. 8-Ball, no. Will Nintendo have a direct in June? Melissa, yes. 8-Ball, no. Is Nintendo going to show a new Mario game? Yes, on both accounts. Will Ubisoft, will we get gameplay from Assassin's Creed Mirage? Melissa says no. 8-Ball says yes. New info on Splinter Cell game? Yes, on both accounts. Sephiroth showing up? Double yes. Starfield gonna be an 11 out of 10? Yes, on both accounts. Starfield, will they define jetpack sex? No, on both accounts. Will the next Call of Duty be set in the future? Melissa said yes. 8-Ball said no. Will the Wholesome Game Direct, will the number of cat games be greater than 10? Melissa says no. The 8-Ball says yes. Will Indiana Jones be exclusive to Xbox? Melissa and the 8-Ball both say yes. Death Stranding 2 trailer? Melissa, yes. 8-Ball, no. Is Xbox going to get some exclusive love from Disney, excluding Indiana Jones? Yes, on both accounts. Will Fable or Avowed be mentioned? No, on both accounts. Will we get a release date for the Plucky Squire or Skate story? Yes, from Melissa, and you say yes to both. And the 8-Ball says no. Not happening. That's it. Those are our predictions. Once again, Melissa, thank you for your awesome skills. You have proven to truly be a magical 8-Ball.
We'll see. I'm gonna have to turn I'm gonna have to turn the tables on you and make you guess like Oscar nominees who's gonna win, but not even in main awards. I'm gonna make you guess at like best score,
best makeup, best key grip, best boy. All right. Good stuff. Ignacio, thank you also for joining us this week on the show.
It was good to see you, and we'll
soon. Yeah, end of next month, I believe, is our trivia night, our annual trivia night.
Yeah, so, this will be our 4th annual trivia night, I think, where we give each other multiple choice questions. And this will be the first time we were doing this since I became a professional trivia host as a side gig. So this might be different.
The question is,
I'm going to lose even worse this year.
Yeah, that's the question. Will Kyle win this time?
Probably not is the answer. Oh, well. Cool. Well, yeah. Once again, thank you for checking this out. We will look back in on these predictions down the road and see how everyone did. That being said, I say we wrap things up there. Ignacio, where can the people find you on the internet?
Well, they can find me on Twitter at Ignacio Rojasb. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
Oh, and Melissa, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And we haven't actually done a housekeeping at any point during the show.
We'll skip
so
it
I'll
this
just
time.
say, listen to the last 2 episodes on the review show. We've been talking about The Good Place. That show's been a lot of fun. If you watched it, check those out. If you watched Yellow Jackets, check out our episodes of that on the Reactor Core. We do a lot, Kyle and I. This weekend, we're going to talk about Spider-Man and Krull.
Yeah. Indeed. You guys can find me at Kyle Springer on Twitter. And if you'd like to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, we are, of course, at the Whatnauts on Twitter. So please go like, share, and subscribe. You guys know the deal with all of that good stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, we got some videos right over there on that side. I think it's backwards now that we have 3 people here. So it's over there. Go check it out. But yeah, we had fun with this one indeed. But that being said, we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.